Today I'm doing a review on something that I really never anticipated I would be doing a review on. I enjoy tools and lawn stuff, and vacuums really never did much for me. And you really don't understand the value of a vacuum until you have a bad one. And we had a Eureka bagless Zoom, I think it's called, that would clean the carpet, but it would just stink up the place. And to be honest, we really didn't keep up with the filter change. Um, but we had it for some time, and I was ready for an upgrade. And it's our first home, so we've been slowly kind of accumulating good stuff over cheap stuff, and also trying to keep things that are made in America, which is really hard to do. In any case, I'm pretty stoked about this new Simplicity vacuum. It is Simplicity Symmetry, and I believe there are several different versions of the Symmetry, and this is the premium one. I went into my local vacuum place, and I didn't anticipate on buying a vacuum cleaner. I was just buying a filter for this Eureka that we had. But I was kind of unhappy because uh, it's just such a dirty method of cleaning carpets. You would do the canister, you'd unload it, you drop it in the trash can, it went everywhere, and then it stunk. It stunk, and it was cloudy too inside the canister. So I would clean it, and I don't know, I just wasn't satisfied with it. So I saw these Simplicities. I'd never heard of them before. Like I said, I don't really have any interest in vacuums, but our house has a lot of carpet, so it's something that kind of has to have priority. And I told the sales guy, "Hey, what's the deal with these Simplicity machines? I've never heard of them. Are they any good?" He goes on to describe a bunch of different details about this vacuum that I noticed my Eureka definitely didn't have. I thought I'd kind of mention that in this video, some of these different features that make this a really good vacuum cleaner. It's not the best. I know there's others out there. Miele's a really good brand. Linhouse and Royal. Those were some of the brands he sold as well. He pushed this one on me very lightly, and that's kind of what got me interested in it, is because it was one of the cheapest ones he had. It wasn't cheap by any means, but it was one of the cheapest ones he had, because this in the Simplicity lineup is probably mid-range. It's very basic. You have your off and on switch right up on top. This stand here that comes up from to the handle is metal, and this is kind of like an ABS plastic, and the guy at the store actually stood on it to kind of show me the strength of it. That I'm not sure that does anything on vacuum performance, but it would just show the durability of it. It has a charcoal filter along with a HEPA bag, along with kind of a lighter filter on top of the motor, and really easy to change out the bags. I hadn't had a bag system in a while. I remember back in the day, the Kirby salesman coming by the house and doing, their skit and stuff. But like I said, I wanted something that was going to be really good at cleaning, but something that was going to last me. And so part of the details, aside from this metal piece, there's much more metal underneath it. Let me see if I can do this without really kind of making a mess here. This bottom plate is all metal, and it's kind of this piece here specifically. It has this metal kind of cover underneath it. It's plastic, but once again, it's this ABS plastic, so very durable, super easy to service, which was a big draw for me because I like doing service on my cars, on my lawn equipment. If I can do it, I prefer to do it. And the way you service this thing, as far as the belt and the roller, is simply taking that off. And there you can see wheel assembly. This auto adjust feature for different types of carpet is all metal. It's held down by screws here. So really easy to replace if that breaks. The belt here, really nice belt. Also held down by metal pieces and real easy to unscrew. These wheels here are rubber coated, so they're they're non-marring, and this piece here all metal. Once again, really easy. If these wheels go bad, you could probably replace them. This, I think they call them the beater bar, is metal, which a lot of vacuums don't have. Even a lot of the Milas don't have them. And these bristles here are replaceable. So, anyways, I just thought it was really neat, really basic. I mean, the reason why they're called simplicity vacuums is because they are very simplistic. Nothing really, bells and whistles concerned about them. But this one is a premium, which includes these different pieces of clean upholstery, the different reach pieces for it, and of course that piece swivels, I think 360. So overall, really stoked. I've used it once and really happy with it. A big feature of it is the fact that it is made in the USA. A small note says that it's also used with globally sourced components. So probably some of the pieces aren't from the US, but there's American citizens putting this thing together in, I believe, St. Louis, just outside. So that was a big feature that I liked about it, was that it was American made. So anyway, I thought I'd do a quick review of it. I'm totally happy. If I were to have done it again, I may have cross-shopped a little bit more on the Miele S7 because the price of this thing was about $600. And of course, he worked with me a bit on my trade-in for the Eureka. The filter I bought, he also reimbursed me for. So, but the Miele had a lot more features to it, and you know how things go. The more complicated things are, the more bells and whistles they are, the more tendency and the possibilities of things going wrong. And that's what I'm still pretty stoked about this one. Real simple, not too many things that can go wrong with it. Has this indicator light to tell you when the bag is getting full, which is a nice feature. Overall, really happy with it. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them. This is a Simplicity Symmetry Premium.